So, yeah, in my best professional opinion, go for it, guys. Then I think we have a permit. And it's that simple. But I think if we say, oh, isn't it a shame, or this or that, or you're the bad guys holding us up or something, that's not the case. I think we really want to work for this and really make this thing go. And I think that with your assistance and Mike's assistance, Bill Mayer's assistance, with the DPW and the county, and particularly since they own the landfill, you think that they would really have invested in it? You know, I'd want to.
Yes. The ball's in your court, Mr. Hookie. We'll be here waiting for you.
I'll be back. Thank you. Sounds good. Tom, thank you very much for your input.
Yes.
And your time.
A lot of input. Thank you.
Okay.
I just had another issue that was part of this. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, we received a letter from the PEC. This is now Alatorre, old section of the Alatorre landfill. It said, in paraphrasing, that because the landfill has kind of stabilized, we're now saying that this is not in the same category. We're upgrading to stabilize, right? Somehow or other, and then also at the same time, another part of it, that was being pushed out into the Walker, that area. So,
I don't know about pushed out from there.
well, that's what I heard. I don't know that as fact, but I'm sitting here thinking about this issue, and I think that letter has to be addressed because I have a sense that the DEC is really not on the mark on this particular area. I think it still is a major difficulty, especially with what the lawsuit that we went through. We found out, right, that all sorts of crazy stuff was dumped in the old section of Alatorre.
There's no doubt, the Alatorre landfill, the old part of the Alatorre landfill is considered to be a hazardous waste site. There's no doubt about that. In my letter to Mr. Sumner, I did mention the Alatorre landfill in there. What I was really talking about was the piece of the Alatorre landfill nobody talks about, which is the part that's on the western bank of the river. There is a part over there that's uncapped on anything, with material sitting over there. I ran across that when I was over there, thought I was on the town of Walker property. And then I walked off the town of Walker property and I was on the Alatorre property. And I was pointed out to me by the town of Walker, came out there with GPS to identify where it was. But I had found this pile, it's more than a pile, it's this dump of material there. I am going to get back to the DEC, who apparently misunderstood my letter, and we're talking about and make sure they are aware that this is an uncapped, uncovered.
Well, you know, I mean, the same engineer in the county, this is the county application for flood work. You know, let that person look at that as well, comment. I mean, it's all one.
Those are the two immediate things that are going downstream from where this work was going to be done. Mr. Hookie's right, there may be other things way downstream, but I don't think it's...
I think we can do this. I mean, I think we can work this out, but you know what? Let's get on with it.
The only part of the process is they have to give you a technical evaluation. I mean, that's like an incomplete application, you know.
Yeah, that's why we actually have no application.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and with all due respect, I'm sure Tom was still sitting here, he'd say the same thing. He's no expert either. He certainly knows factually more than perhaps any of us, because he's out there more. But you need a technical evaluation.
And I think in discussion with you, there's no doubt about it, we need the issue of permit. I think that was made abundantly clear by the DEC, and then when I looked at the law, there was no doubt in my mind that our law reads that we must do a permit. The frightening part is when we talk about storage of material in the floodplain, because we have all kinds of stuff stored up in the floodplain down on Subway Avenue. That's the kind of work.
You know, this is maybe a different magnitude of whatnot, but the government, federal government's been criticized dramatically for giving permits to the deep water well stuff, and look at the havoc that causes. Now, you have two, you know, God forbid anything would happen, but you have two pieces of that landfill out there, and you know, slough it on down to the wells, contaminate wells in the village of Goshen, etc. We're all going to have to, you know, that's why this process is here.
Absolutely. In this hijacking comment, I don't think it's appropriate. I agree with that.
Right.
Okay. In response to Mr. Lyons, I guess what I'll do is I'll try to draft a letter with Mr. Bullfield addressing that letter from the DEC on the Alatorre landfill.
Yep.
I don't know exactly what that classification change meant.
Okay. Well, I'm optimistic we can work this out. I'll take with Mr. Hookie and Mike Philmeyer with those guys. Okay, the next item Actually, the next two items. I'd like the public to know that on Friday of last week, July 9th, I wrote a letter to Mayor Higgins, the attorney for the village, Mr. Donovan, and village board members and trustees. And in this letter, I requested that we work together in arbitration to resolve the sewer dispute. And I talked about, we've gone to Dr. Jean Hudson, who's the commissioner in the Department of Health for Orange County, to arbitrate. Unfortunately, she declined. Well, when I look at the contract we had, the village signed off on it, and the town signed off on it. The county did not. We might have had this wonderful idea, but the county never agreed to do it. But I would like to say that it's easy to get an arbiter or arbiters. Okay? You have the American Society of Arbitration, you have the Dispute Resolution Group, and many others. Arbitration is expedient and inexpensive, and we can put to rest this dispute that's been going on for 2 years. So I wrote that letter on the 9th. On the 12th, the village saw fit to sue us in lieu of arbitration. And you were hereby summoned to answer the complaint, blah, 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 go through this. It was dated July 12, 2010. Now, I'd like to say this. I don't believe this board is angry at the village board, and I certainly hope they're not angry at us. We have come up with facts and figures that we really believe the village was overcharging us, and we think we have a strong case. On the other hand, I'm sure the village, I know they need the money, they said that in the paper, but they need the money. Well, I hope that's not driving them. I hope what's driving them is they got a strong case that they're charging us appropriately. But whatever it is, we need to take these facts and figures, take them to arbitration very quickly and cheaply, inexpensively, so we can get resolution of this. There are many, many, many issues today on our table, right here, like the one we just talked about. I'm sure they're comparable issues in the village, that we need to be working on, and not going over this over and over and over and over again. Now, this lawsuit to the Supreme Court of the State of New York, County of Orange, the Village of Goshen against the Town of Goshen, Town of Goshen Sewer District Number 1, Hamiltonian Park, and Sewer District Number 2, Arcadia Hill, as the defendant. I just think this is most inappropriate. Now, it says right in our contract, intermunicipal agreement, that arbitration be used versus lawsuits. And so, that's really what we need to be doing. So anyway, this is going to cost money, and I think in this juncture in our history, it's the most inappropriate thing. And I really like, again, there's no one on this board angry at the village board. We just want to deal with the facts. Remember that? There was the FBI in there with Jack Webb. Sorry, ma'am, just deal with the facts. Just the facts. And that's what we're dealing with. Where's Jack Webb? Was that his name? I don't know. Well, a couple of us are old enough to remember that. Dragnet, that's what it was. Okay. Now, anybody else? Oh, and by the way, I'm going to pen a letter requesting the village, John Higgins, the mayor, Kyle Roddy, the commissioner, sewer, and the rest of their board, that they withdraw this lawsuit. Because again, I think it's inappropriate for our citizens to pay for this on either side of the ledger, the village and or the town. And I will try to get that over them first thing in the morning. Any other comments from the board members?
Well, I just wanted to say that through the course of negotiations, that every junction was, let's look at the contract and stick to the contract. The contract specifically says how to put it. Now they want to avoid the contract. That part of the contract doesn't apply to this one, so I applaud you and the rest of the board to say, we're sticking with the contract. We're doing exactly what the contract is, that's what it's doing.
Thank you, Dan. Any other comments from anyone?
Well, I mean, I would imagine council